how to save Dian Wei from the Escape from Wan Castle on South side. This is a pretty easy fate altered, but you do have to go through certain steps, and there is a maximum time to pretty much do all this. If you take too long, then he does perish no matter what, even if you do achieve all the objectives. I'm doing this in a replay, so obviously I have a lot of characters you can pick. I don't remember what companion you can pick here, but select a companion if you want one, or if not, go alone. It's up to you. Use your best weapon. I would use any kind of artifact or accessories that's going to buff up your attack. Just whatever you're most comfortable with. This isn't a super hard one, but there is a certain order to how you do this.
Until Lord Cao Cao has escaped, I will not fall even as life leaves my body. I, Dian Wei, shall show what a true warrior is made of.
Now, when you first start out, you're going to be real tempted to just go straight into combat because there's enemies close by. Absolutely don't fight the people close. Do what I'm doing right here. You're heading up to the northeast section of the map, which is where Cao Cao's also heading up on the castle side, and there's a reason. He's trying to escape, but there's going to be a fire attack, and you need to prevent it. So when you get up here, there's going to be a base and a single officer. You want to take them out as quickly as possible. He does have, a higher bravery, so he's pretty much ready to fight you for a longer period of time. I would recommend doing this on the easiest difficulty if you're just trying to get the fate altered. There's not really much point, and I mean, honestly, this would be really hard on ultimate, and the higher the difficulty, the worse it's going to be. And I'm over leveled, but I'm telling you it's going to be hard on ultimate. So after you take this base, you've now prevented the fire attack, and you're going to be heading back south. And on the southeast section of the map, you can see that little tail that kind of goes out. There's going to be a reinforcement coming from that path. And by the way, I defeated that officer right there. You can absolutely skip that officer. I just decided to go ahead and do it because I had time. Now you're going to have 3 up here. 2 are basic generals, and you're going to have 1 that's a little bit more powerful. I'm high level, so don't try to exactly match my speed. I finished this in like record time, so you're going to have plenty of time. Just taking your time. Don't think that you're going too slow or anything like that. And if you are struggling on the time part of it, then definitely lower your difficulty down, if that makes sense. So after you take him out, you're going to head back to the central area, but you're going to keep going south. Near your home base, the only base that you started with, you're going to want to protect that. There's going to be some reinforcements coming in, and they're actually going to be to my left. As you can see, there's like a little wall. It's going to be around that corner. Now, this right here, defeating these 3 generals is actually going to prevent a stone attack, which is what the ultimate challenge is. If you take these 3 out, then you prevent the stone attack, which means that you do the ultimate challenge if you are going for that. This ultimate challenge is pretty easy, and it actually gives you the hex mark horse. So you actually get a horse out of the ultimate challenge here. Now after you've saved the southern base, you're going to head back to the center. And I actually fought the guys there. You don't have to do that. You can completely skip over them. I just went ahead and did it because that way my allies would just go with me. It just makes the retreat faster later on, so there's no one left to fight. So yeah, you don't have to do this though. You can go straight to the northwest section of the map and up to that base and capture it, but I'm going to go ahead and just take out these guys real fast. I've got 1 left. If you do this though, I mean, on higher difficulties, you might want to do this. That way you're not losing everybody. And it does make it easier later and faster whenever they're going for the retreat with Cao Cao. This is probably one of the easiest fate altereds that you're going to be able to do in this game. Compared to all the others, this is by far probably the easiest. With, I would say, probably Liu Bei. I would say he probably has the hardest one. At least on a first playthrough, his is very difficult on a first playthrough. So you can see here, I'm running through here. You can skip all these troops. I'm going up that far left side. There's going to be 1 general in this base. You just got to take him out and capture the base. I redeemed myself because I was not blocking for a second there. It's your level 90 can't block a low level god easy. After that, there's 1 more general you got to defeat in front of the wall here. So the purpose of taking that top left base is because you're securing Ladderman. And the laddermen are going to be used for Cao Cao to climb off the southwestern wall portion to come down. Now, you would think, like, when they're doing this, the very first time I was tempted to try to climb the ladders, because I was like, oh, you got to get up inside there, you know, if you're on a one. Don't do that. It's kind of boring, but pretty much do what I'm doing here, which is sitting and waiting. And the reason I was waiting is because the gates are going to open. They see Cao Cao escaped, and they're like, oh man, we got to pursue and take him out. Now, when you come in here, there's 3 generals. This is another part of saving him. There's 3 generals you have to take out, which are pretty close to each other. I was trying to group them up, to hit them with one skill, to take down all their morale, or all their bravery, but that didn't work. Not bravery, take down their fortitude. Pretty much, I'm trying to like lower them down to make them weaker, but it didn't work. So yeah, I ended up wasting time. But anyway, you have to take out these 3 people here. And after you do that, there's one more step left, but this is probably, if I had to guess the hardest part, this is probably the hardest part of saving him, is because you're fighting 3 strong dudes here all at the same time. So it might be hard in your first playthrough, but after that, it's going to be super easy because you're going to be overleveled. Yeah, there's one down. I took that one out pretty easy. Yep, there's number 2, and we've got one left. I've got to say though, I kind of wish this castle was bigger, or maybe the part where, you know, where they run out of in the beginning, where he's trapped up there. You see the cancel sign. Like, I wish there was maybe like a section of the map we're not seeing. Maybe there's an internal side to the map, because on the world map, this map, I mean, the castle looks huge. You know what I mean? So I just kind of wish this was a little bit bigger castle, and maybe they didn't want to make it too big to overshadow any of the others. I definitely feel like compared to old Dynasty Warriors games, like the castle sizes are kind of smaller in this one. Maybe they're making them, but there's a lot more field, you know what I mean? There's more surroundings. Interesting surroundings too, I'll give you that. So after you take out those 3, as you've seen, I ran to the eastern part of the entire base, and there's one guy there. When you get there, he's going to comment about how, you know, you're here, and taking me out's not going to change anything, not going to save his life. Ignore him, pretty much. Take him out. If you are too late, I think you actually will say something completely different than what you see here. Because he says, yeah, even if you beat all of us, you'll never succeed. And that's false. You will succeed. After that, he even mentions Dian Wei mentions that, you know, these characters, pretty much there's less troops around, the numbers are thinning. It's pretty much telling you he's gonna live, and then you get the Fate Altered popping up.
I see the enemy have lessened in number. Now they shouldn't have.
And someone else also see comments on it, so you definitely know it's very obvious if you've saved him besides the Fate Altered. And this is the fastest way to finish the rest of the mission. It's the open the front gate, pretty much run outside. So that's why earlier I took the guys out. It just saves time. Your allies are together. I sped through this part. You're taking out the last guy there, and then you're going to run across this bridge with Cao Cao, and then you're going to see the Fate Altered cutscene, which is extended with just saving his life. And I am going to leave that in the video so you can see that for yourself. And I'm also going to put in the after the fact where they're talking around the table, and you can kind of hear some of the words.
Stop moving forward, nor will I dwell in the past. That is the path to domination. Go on ahead, my lord. And don't look back, no matter what. Very well. I'm counting on you. Dian Wei. Archers! Oof!
Welcome back, Dian Wei.
I really thought that was going to be the end. And it would have been, if not for you. I owe you. Your bravery and determination saved my life.
And that wraps up the video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll be making more content in the future. I'll catch everyone next time. Thank you.